You're listening to the Hustled Up Podcast. We're Holly and Laura, besties since birth, cleaning business owners, multi-passionate doers, and founders of the Hustle Haven, a modern business education and networking collective built for fellow entrepreneurs who crave growth, support, and real connection. Now, we're your go-to girlies for the real side of entrepreneurship. We're covering wins, fails, and the messy middle. So come on in and let's talk branding, booking, burnout, and everything in between. If you're in serious need of tips, tea, total transformation, and that let's freaking go energy, you're in the right place. Grab your earbuds, turn up the volume, and let's hustle up.
Hello, friends, listeners, loved ones. Welcome back to another episode of the Hustled Up Podcast. We are your hosts. My name is Laura.
My name is Holly.
And as we always do when we come back from a trip, we have to do a little recap. And we're not going to just do a recap this time, though, because as many of you guys know, we didn't post an episode last week because we were living it up in Tennessee with a bunch of our cleaning business owner friends. But this trip was different than the ones that we normally take. Usually we come back from these events and they're very structured. They're retreats or, big events from coaching programs or what have you. This was very different. This wasn't a retreat. It wasn't structured. It was just us and a bunch of our friends from all over the place, different states who own cleaning businesses getting together, learning, laughing, playing games, having fun, and also teaching. So I kind of want to more so focus this episode around getting in the room with the right people. And more so than just getting in the room, making connections with the right people. Because you can pay money to get to the right rooms, right? We can pay lots of money to get to big rooms with big people. But more so, I want to focus on building the genuine connections with the right people. So we're going to dive into all of that and we'll be right back.
Hey business owners, are you looking for a better way to communicate with your employees? Whether you've just grown tired of your boring, unresponsive email threads or you're sick of paying tons of money for something like Slack or Connect Team, Discord is your answer and I'm going to teach you all about it. In the Hustle Haven's brand new course, Discord 101, I am going to walk you through step by step on how to create a Discord server for your business. This detailed course features over 90 minutes of video content, as well as a bunch of PDF downloads to get your server ready to absolutely slay your employee communications. Get ready to level up your company culture with this free platform. Don't wait any longer. Discord 101 is the course for you.
Okay, we're back. And as I mentioned, we're going to talk all about our trip to Tennessee. And I should preface it by saying this was not the first time that I can't even see you over this. This was not the first time. Thank you so much. This was not the first time that we went to Tennessee with this group of ladies. We did go on the same trip last year as well, and it was amazing.
We did do a recap episode on that.
We did? Okay.
Yeah, we did.
Awesome. And a lot of the ladies that we have on, actually, you guys already know. We've had a bunch of these ladies on as podcast guests. They're all amazing. But I want to start by saying before the trip, and this is the reason why I love any kind of trip, honestly, in the industry, is before the trip, I was feeling really burnt out and really stuck and unmotivated. Like, no desire to grow or to put in the work to grow. And when I came home, I came home with a myriad of emotions, honestly. I came home like, wow, there's a lot to fix in the business. But more so, I came home with tactical, tangible stuff of how we can implement and how we can take what these ladies have taught us and use it in our business. So that's kind of where I was at. Were you kind of feeling the same way, Hal? Just feeling kind of...
Yeah, definitely burned out and feeling a little stuck, and just tired, you know what I mean? And so they definitely going away with them, and they were able to really like fill my cup up a little bit. I had a different series of emotions upon returning, but that's a different story.
Yeah, absolutely. And as I had said in the intro, a lot of people always say, surround yourself with people more successful than you. And I think that that's great advice, 100%. But I think it goes deeper than that. I don't mean just find people more successful than you so that you can take their ideas and sponge off of them. You also have to give. You can't just walk into a room and just take, 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 take. You also have to give back to the room, because I do fully believe that you have inherent value to share at any size. There was women in the room with us that have much, much larger businesses than us. And we could have easily sat there and not contributed at all because of imposter syndrome or whatnot and say, I have nothing of value to contribute. But that's not true. Holly and I even gave a presentation and a teach as well. And we contributed in ways that I think was very helpful. So I don't mean just find people and take. What I mean instead is find people to make genuine relationships and connections with. And I think that a lot of people are probably assuming that all we talk about during these trips is business. We sit with our laptops and all we do is talk about business. And that's just not true. We've talked about so much more because we are humans outside of our business. If we're not showing up in our life the way we want to, we're not going to show up in our business. So everything else has to come together for you to show up as the best business owner you can be. We talked about marriage. We talked about kids and whether we want them or not, relationships, hard life experiences, personal struggles. We really talked about so much more so that when it was time to kind of share our business struggles and open up and get the laptops out, we were already comfortable opening up. And again, it wasn't all just learning too. And my favorite thing about these trips in particular compared to retreats and big events and conferences is there's no structure. Like we wake up, somebody cooks breakfast, and we say, okay, what are we doing today? Are we doing something fun? Are we learning? Are we doing a little bit of both?
I might argue that we did more fun activities than like educational, learning, open the laptop activities.
We definitely did.
We all needed it. I mean, when you're working in your business every single day, it does take a lot out of you. And I think we all kind of needed to let go of that for a little bit and just like leave it to the people you've delegated to or whatever, and just let loose. You know?
100%. And I think not even just us, like everybody needed it. I've seen people open up in ways that I never have before on this trip, which was so nice to see. And I think it's because we value each other as friends.
Yeah.
Not just as business associates or colleagues or whatever you want to call it. We really value each other as friends. And we did so many fun things. We went tubing, which was Holly's favorite.
That was my favorite activity for sure. I loved it.
We were just drunk on tubes going down a natural river and drunk.
And you wouldn't think
it was downpoured.
You wouldn't think a group of multi-million-dollar cleaning company owners would pour margaritas in water bottles and float down a river in Tennessee, but here we are. Really just learned about how down to earth people are. Because when you look at somebody with like a bigger business or like, you know, your definition of successful, right? You're like, oh, they must be like really disciplined and like they don't have time for fun. And that's not true. We all made a lot of time for fun and we did dumb shit.
Yeah, we did really dumb shit. We played board games. We played some really silly games. We told really funny stories. We went paddleboarding on the lake. We went on a mountain coaster.
I got to pet goats.
Holly got to pet and feed goats.
And feed the goats.
Yeah.
It was amazing. I love them.
Yeah, we did. We definitely did. Last year, I think we did even more fun and less learning. Like last year's trip was just fun. And I was like, oh my God, it's because we're here. We're slackers and we just want to have a good time.
Well, it was nice because one of the girls who came on the trip with us, she was like, I want everybody to teach something, or not everybody, but like I want people to present. You know what I mean? So we did have a little bit more structure this year just because we pre-planned it to prepare, like, you know, we called them teaches, like your teach. And that was cool because we were able to kind of block out like pockets of time for learning and then pockets of time for fun. But we blocked more time out for fun.
Yeah, I think so too. And the way that we structured it was a lot of the teaches were back to back. So one day there was 3 or 4 teaches back to back. The next day there was 3 teaches back to back. So we structured it in a way so that we kind of got all the learning out of the way and then went and had fun. And honestly, the teachers were one of my favorite parts. And the thing I love about this group too is not everybody taught and not everybody had to teach. It was if you wanted to teach, you can. If you are just here and you kind of do want to just soak it up, that's also fine. And some people who didn't teach I still learn so much from just in the little side conversations. The little, here, look at my policy on this. Look at this email thread I have with my VA. Look at this, look at that. It's just everybody's teaching when they're not even trying to teach.
Yeah,
which is so
absolutely.
nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it was just nice to be able to because we had to really let go of a lot of control, because especially right now we're in a situation where our business is a little sloppy in some areas, which is so weird because sometimes it feels so structured and beautiful. And then as you grow, I guess, or as new people come along, new problems come along, you're like, oh my God, I have so much I have to fix and work on. And it was scary for us to let go of just at this point, if something happens, it is what it is. If someone complains, if someone, and we just had to really let go of the day to day for those few days, because we can't be working on a freaking tube while drinking margaritas out of water bottles. You just can't do that. Or, when you're riding a mountain coaster, you need both hands to accelerate and slow down. You can't do that. So we all kind of had to relinquish a little bit of control on the back end and remove ourselves from the constant decision making, the constant just reactions, right? You just have to let your other people deal with it. And so, we didn't have to deal with, for that time being, clients or employees or, emails or problems that were coming up, which there were some, to-do lists. We just kind of set those aside, and we were able to really just live in the moment, which honestly was so needed. It was so nice. I think that's why the tubing was my favorite, because I was forced to be in the moment because it started downpouring while we were tubing. And I couldn't, because I had my phone on the tube.
That's crazy.
I
got my
did.
phone in the locker.
I had it on the tube in a Ziploc bag, so it was safe. But it started to downpour, so I'm like, I can't take the phone out.
Yeah, no.
It's downpouring. So I just had to be in that moment of just floating down a river in the pouring rain, and with my thoughts, and there was just nothing else that I needed to deal with at that moment. And I was like, I need this more often, so bad.
Yeah, not being able to be reached is something that's really nice. And I feel like normally when I'm in a situation where I cannot be on my phone at all and I can't be reached, and it's during the workday. For example, Hi and I go for massage appointments. We barter with a massage therapist. And during that hour and a half, and I hear my phone in the corner of the room buzzing, I'm internally freaking out because I'm like, what am I missing? Is something on fire? Did I make a mistake? Or But for some reason here, I feel like we both went into the mindset of, all right, we have people that we have delegated tasks to. If something happens, if a mistake happens, whatever the case may be, it's out of our hands. And there was one point in the trip where I went out on the lake by myself on a paddleboard, and I literally went all the way to the middle of the lake, laid down, and just sunbathed on a paddleboard. My phone nowhere to be found. It was inside. And I didn't have one bit of that anxiety I normally feel, because I'm just like, whatever happens, happens. It's not my problem right now.
Yeah.
And why can't we have that same kind of mindset here when we're not at work? We can't.
Girl.
Holly tries to take a day off, and she's in the chats looking at everything, and we have to say, go away.
I know. Before Tennessee, my last day off was in, I think, April.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
So that's why we're so tired.
Yeah, that makes sense.
For people who really preach life balance, we really suck at it.
Yeah.
So it was nice to get away and relax and be with our peeps.
It was. And we really did come home and learn some shit. We came up, Nicole, our good friend Nicole, she did a talk on quality with her cleaning technicians, and that should change my whole worldview. I came home on Friday, immediately started working on a new program for us when it comes to quality. That alone was worth the 12 to 14-hour drive.
Yeah.
Honestly,
Yeah.
Honestly, some of the best things you learn are from your friends.
Yeah. Yeah. No, absolutely. And I feel like sometimes that, even though hers was very structured, but it wasn't, I don't know how to explain it. It was just something she put together for us from her actual business.
Mm-hmm.
So it wasn't her teaching something from someone else or whatever. And she doesn't even know what she's teaching. No, it was literally what she does in her business, and it's something that works. And so we were able to take that home and be like, okay, this is how we're going to implement this. And it was honestly awesome. We learned about that. We learned about we even learned about things that aren't business related, but like life related, like breath work and tapping, which I have still need to learn, like figure out. But either way, like I've always wanted to learn about that. So that was pretty fun. And then we had another lovely person, just like we did like a little crafting activity, and I don't know, it was just really really cool. Like the little bit of structure that we did have was honestly very very cool.
Yeah, because everybody has something so different to bring to the table too. Like
Yeah.
some of the talks were long, some were short, some were really structured, some were loosey goosey. It's really, we all are so different, and we all have something so different of value to bring to the table. And I think that that's what makes it so magical, because when we're in that room, it's not like, oh, I'm at this level and you're at that level and you're beyond me. And this, no, we're all just friends hanging out, helping each other and having a good time.
Yeah, it's not, I'm the expert and you're the student. It's like, hey, this is something that's working for my business. So, or for my life. And here you go and take it if you want it. And if you don't, then, leave it back. But either way, this is what's working for us. So it was really, really cool. And we got to implement too, because we have our laptops, so we got to start working around. And, I learned a little bit about Claude this weekend, or not weekend. We were there during the week last week. And so I literally hopped on my computer and like immediately started jumping into Claude and like messing around and seeing what's possible there. And, so it's pretty cool.
Yeah.
It's pretty awesome.
Yeah. And I think another really important note is not just to get in the room with people who are larger than you or whatever the case may be, get in the room with people who care about you enough to call you out on your bullshit. Because it's not like we're sitting there kumbaya. Like if one of us is messing up, we will tell the other person.
Yeah,
we'll get your shit together.
We had Nicole be like, listen, y'all need to work on your leadership. You're kind of sucking right now.
Yeah.
Like,
she was afraid to say it. She was like, how do I put this delicately? And we're like, don't, give it to me straight. Tell me what I need to fix.
Yeah.
And she did. And I appreciated that a lot.
Yeah. I kind of already knew it, but I definitely needed to hear somebody else.
Sometimes you need that outside source to be like, you're fucking up, get it together, to be like, oh, yeah, I am. And I will get it together.
Yeah.
But you want to be in the room with people who are not afraid to call you out on your shit. You really do. They need to hold you accountable, not in a rude way, but just hold you accountable because they know that you are better and that you are capable of better.
Yeah.
The other thing I wanted to touch on, I was kind of feeling two different ways, honestly, when I came home. I kind of was feeling, honestly, I'm going to get real.
Well, you were in your luteal phase.
Yes, I still am in my luteal phase, actually.
Oh, so you're a mess.
I was feeling a mix of just anger, emotion, because I was like, why have we not grown to the point that I want to be at? And let me preface this, we have grown a lot the past few years, a lot. Personally, the business has grown, but we're not necessarily to the point that I wanted to be at or expected to be at by now. And being in a room with all of these women who have done so many amazing things, I'm like, why can't I, and why haven't I gotten to that level yet? But on the other hand of things, being in a room like this makes you realize what's possible.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
One of the women that we were with has a $10 million cleaning company. I didn't even know that was possible. And guess what? She's the only person that didn't bring her laptop.
I love that.
She's the only person that didn't bring her laptop to this trip. And that just goes to show you what's possible. So I think because of the luteal phase, I was feeling a little sad about myself. I got in my feelings for a minute and got a little angry that, I am not to the point where I wanted to be at. But on the same coin, or this flip side of that same coin, I was like, you know what? Anything is possible.
Yeah. Yeah.
Anything is possible.
Yeah, exactly. It really does show you what people can achieve, what like normal people can achieve, right? Like these people are funny and they're emotional and sensitive and
goofy
and really goofy and
humble, like so humble.
Humble's a good word. Yeah. They're really humble. Yeah. Just people that are really down to earth, like that you think, because like I remember when I went to my first ever event and there were people we were wrinkly dickly, I don't want to say wrinkly.
We were like,
but we were like a $300,000 business, maybe a little less. And we were in the room with people who owned like $750,000 businesses and $1 million businesses and $1.5 million. And I was like, oh my God, like I can't even approach this person. Like they're too good for me. And they probably want nothing to do with me. And like, I have colored hair and piercings. They'll probably judge me, like that kind of shit. And instead, it's, you got to be yourself, and you as you are can achieve awesome things. You don't have to like change or be afraid to approach people as you are. And I think that's pretty freaking dope,
Yeah.
honestly. And they've always been so welcoming with open arms, and they don't judge us for the size of our business or what we look like or who we are or where we are at in our lives. You know, we're the babies of the group. Essentially, we're the only ones that aren't married with no kids.
Mm-hmm. We're the youngest and the only ones not married with no kids.
Oh yeah, and we're the youngest.
Yeah.
I forgot. So like we're the babies of the group, and they still, take us in and cook us yummy meals. I got to eat biscuits and gravy for the first time, and I got to eat cobbler and all these other yummy things that they were just cooking for me. And I'm like, they love me, I think.
I think so.
I hope.
You know what? They make fun of us for our New York accents and also for
Our New York,
our Long Island accents, but they never make us feel small or less than.
no,
Ever. Not one point throughout that trip. Like when I came home and had that internal conflict, it wasn't because of them. It was 100%.
it's yes, it's 100% me. Yep, 100%. They honestly, even they'll like when I said goodbye to one of them, our sweet Michelle, she hugged me and she was like, "I just want you to know that you're doing amazing things, even when it doesn't feel like it."
Oh,
And I was like, "Ugh, I needed to hear this. Like, I don't feel like it right now.
Yeah.
So thank you for saying that, because like you're not gonna feel like you're on top of the world every day. You're not gonna feel like you have it all together every day. You're not gonna feel like you're succeeding. To be honest." Right now, me and Laura feel like big fat failures just because just because we learned a lot that needs to be different and we need to change it. And they were things we already knew, but we kind of just got the reminder, the push.
Yeah.
And so, it is. But you need those people in your corner who are telling you like, you got this, girl. Like you're doing fine. You're doing, you've got this. If I can do it, you can do it, kind of thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And that's how it feels being with them. It
Yeah.
really is. Like, okay, like you guys got this. So do we.
Yeah.
So do we. We just need a little help.
Yeah.
A little push.
A little push. And a nap.
So all of this to say, I want to close with having you do some real deep self-reflection. Who's in your room? Who's in your corner? Who do you surround yourself with? Do you surround yourself with people who, when you tell them your big, crazy, audacious dreams and goals, do they tell you all the reasons why it's not possible? Or when you tell them your goals, they say, okay, how are we going to do this? How can I help you? How can I help you achieve this goal? So I'm not talking about who's in your room, like you got to get the room with $1 million businesses and beyond and blah, blah, blah. No, at the end of the day, none of that really matters. But are you putting yourself in environments that support the person you want to be, not the person you are right now? And there's a big difference in that. And this is a hard conversation because this may mean changing your inner circle.
I was going to say the people you thought are not the people you think.
Yep. If you feel like you can't share your dreams, your goals with your current group or your current circle, that's not the circle you should be in.
Yeah.
You should be in a circle with people who are already living the life that you want to live, are already doing the things that you want to do, and will not make you feel bad for where you're at. They will bring you up to their level.
Yeah. And put yourself out there. Don't be afraid, or even with imposter syndrome, like don't let it win. Because I'm not going to tell you not to have it. We all do. But just don't let it win. Put yourself out there. Introduce yourself to people. I mean, luckily I have Laura to do that for us, because I am one of those people who just curls in a ball and I don't want to.
No, but the second you talk, you're good.
I'm good. I am. I'm good. I just need the open. You know what I mean? I need the invitation.
I'm like your wing woman, but
with friends.
Have you met Holly?
She's my friend wing woman. Exactly. So you need to get a little uncomfy if you are like me, and just put yourself out there, introduce yourself to people. And be humble. Don't, you have something valuable to offer, but don't put other people down or make it seem like you know more. We're not in a competition of any kind. We're here to make genuine friendships, and that's what we have. And it's beautiful. And we even have we have a group chat running. And even just yesterday, we had a friend in there who is having issues with filling the schedule, something very simple. And everybody was jumping in, giving her advice.
Immediate problem solving.
We didn't say that's going to be, $100 a month for that advice, or I'm going to charge you for this one. No, it's just genuine. Like, hey, this is something we've done. Like, try it and let us know how it goes. And we were able to just give her some really cool advice. And it's the same with all of us. Like if we have something, we can kind of just open up and we genuinely just want to help each other, not from a place of like, I want to make money from this. I want to be better than you. It's genuinely like, I want to help you out. Like this is what works. And I genuinely care about you and your business. And now we are good friends and I want you to succeed and I want you to not be stressed. So let me help you because I've been there and I've felt that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I do. And a real quick plug real quick, just because you guys might be like, well, where do I find a community like this? I want to remind you that we did a whole episode about CleanCon and that is coming up and that's a little different. That is a structured big event, but
it's where you can make those connections.
It's where you can make those connections. Exactly. We didn't know any of these people until we started going to in-person events. So if you are feeling lonely and you kind of are yearning for this or you want a chance to meet us, CleanCon is coming up at the end of September.
Yes.
And we do have a coupon code. Is it still active?
I think so.
We still have a coupon code.
If it's not, let us know. But our coupon code is hustled up.
Yeah. You get 15% off?
I don't remember.
Something. You get some kind of percentage off. I should have prepared this.
You get some kind of discount
ahead of time, but use
you
code
save
Hustle
money.
Up.
Hey.
You'll save some money.
You save money.
Yes. And you'll get to meet a lot of the people that we just went on vacation with, actually. So, yeah. So if you're looking for community or you have questions about that, don't hesitate to reach out to us.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, honestly, I have nothing else to say.
No, this was a fun little recap. And I hope that this has really got you thinking about who you surround yourself with and what room you want to be in. And don't hesitate to reach out to us if you're lonely and you need some help or some community.